The last roundup, last roundup.
Welcome to the Last Roundup Horror Show. I am Frank, and this is Jason. And we're
good to be here.
We're working through some more holiday films. We've got another holiday Halloween episode for you. And we're going to start it off with Ernest Scared Stupid from 1991.
Why are there no more horror shows on TV? Like, why is there no midnight?
I think there are.
I mean,
I follow a few horror hosts that do it on local TV stations.
Well, I'm not talking about local. Like, why ain't that on TNT or USA or?
I don't know, man.
As popular as horror is now,
yeah.
Like, it seems to me like they're all cashed in on everything they can right now.
Why
isn't there?
Why doesn't Elvira have a show or or somebody new?
What was that guy from Columbus?
The Night Owl?
Yeah, is he still alive?
I don't know.
Anyways, go ahead.
No, there's a lot of them. They have a convention for horror hosts. I can't remember what it's called, but regardless. Ernest Scared Stupid, 1991. Summary for this film. Ernest accidentally unleashes an ugly troll that plots to transform children into wooden dolls in the town of Briarville, Missouri. Directed by John Cherry, who does the Ernest movies. That's basically all he has done, except for I saw he did a Laurel and Hardy movie with the fat dude that normally is in Ernest movies. He's not in this one, but somebody else is in his place. You know what I'm talking about? Well, you've seen the Ernest
Ernest Goes to Camp.
He's the guy he's the cook with the eggs.
But I haven't seen that.
Eggs erroneous.
Yeah.
Jake's specialty du jour, eggs erroneous. It's made with pounded eggs and 17 herbs and spices smuggled into this country by Tibetan monks.
Ernest, I want you to cut yourself a big knock out of these eggs erroneous.
No, I can't eat on an empty stomach.
Well, of course you can. Eddie doesn't look at that rosy glow to his teeth.
That explains why I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Cast, written by John Cherry, a guy called Coke Sams, and Charles Gale. All these guys are Ernest guys. That's basically what they do, is the Ernest films. Cast highlight for this movie, Eartha Kitt, who you may remember as the original Catwoman from the TV series Batman. And she also...
Screw Batman.
She did other shit, too.
Batman sucks.
She did a lot of voice work and shit. Trivia. Not only did the Chiodo brothers, who did the effects on this movie, reuse some of the killer clowns, the pizza that they throw at these bullies that are trying to get in their treehouse came from Ninja Turtles Secret of the Ooze. So, fun fact.
Really?
Yeah.
So, like, it's prop pizza?
Yeah. I guess they just put a little sauce on it, and there you go. Good to go. I love the intro. They got Ernest creeping around a cemetery, making his faces, doing his thing. Jim Varney was a treasure. I don't know if people appreciate him enough, but I even like the Beverly Hillbillies movie. I think it's a fun time.
I like him.
The weird thing about Ernest is that he is dumb, right? He's stupid.
Yeah.
But he's also kind of a genius because he's making inventions.
Absolutely.
How is he creating
I
these
watched
things?
this with my kids, and one of them said, Ernest is so stupid. And then the other one, it goes on to his what was it, washing trash cans? He had
a bunch of mops set up to like...
mopping trash cans. Yeah. And then so my other kid's like, no, he's pretty smart.
And he does that in all the movies, but it always fucks up on him. Yeah. So he's smart enough to make the damn thing, but like it's
like the dad from Gremlins.
Right. Yeah. But he always ends up in physical danger.
Yeah.
Because in this one, he gets trapped in his truck and almost dies. There's several times where he should have died in this movie.
Rim shot.
Oh, rim shot.
Oh, you look
He
what
takes-
you did to my plate.
He takes time to make a little joke while he's in there about the baby doll that he sticks in the gears. But he should have died here. He gets crunched up into trash, and
He's a
then
survivor.
if his legs were out by his head in this block of trash, and if that didn't kill him, it dropped him straight down face first onto cement. Done. No more Ernest P Worrell after that. But yeah, he has like cartoon properties because he just comes right back after that, and then he's teaching these kids shit in the woods about what was he talking about, some sort of soldiers or something. They were complaining about their bullies, and I think that if Jim Varney was still alive, he would have a reality show on some TV channel where it was just him
absolutely.
teaching kids shit. You know what I mean? Like. Just going through the woods, teaching them about fucking bugs and shit. It's weird, though, because he's getting bossed around this whole movie by the sheriff. And I'm not sure how towns work, but is the sheriff responsible for the trash people? Like,
I don't think so.
I think they're separate.
It was like he was really his boss.
Yeah, directly. There was nobody else. Well, there was the mayor
You
guy.
want to keep your job?
There was the mayor guy who, if you remember him from Ernest Goes to Camp, he owned the camp. He was well,
I'm gonna watch that again.
it's a good one. He also almost kills himself in that one.
The kids
with
like
one of
him.
his own devices. But these kids are making a haunted house, and it's about the dumpiest ass piece of shit I've ever seen. But I still don't know where they get all these building supplies at for any of their projects.
We built a 2-room
haunted house,
clubhouse back in the day.
but it wasn't a haunted house though.
No, it wasn't decorated.
these
We
kids
built
are-
it and then we slept out in it overnight.
Well, that's different though. That's a fun. You're not gonna expect kids to go through here and pay money. They had a dollar amount on the door. Regardless, there's a classic Jim Varney character montage, like every Ernest movie. He goes through his various characters in a short amount of time. He's a cartoon character. The troll looks great in this movie. Of course, I liked it a lot. I mean,
It looks really familiar, don't it? Or is it just because I've seen this so many times?
well, it might
Does it
have.
look like something else?
Well, I think it might just be that Chiodo design. The way they design stuff looks so familiar because they did Critters and they did, a bunch of shit. So
Yeah.
they might have reused it too from something else.
It does look good though.
Yeah, it's pretty. Like, there's no wonder that this movie scared the shit out of kids. Like, when it came out, that's why this is the last theatrical release for an Ernest movie.
What's why?
Because it scared the shit out of kids, and it
So
didn't.
we're gonna make any more movies.
That's what I read on IMDb.
We scared them, and now we're done. we came here had one goal.
I'm assuming there were other factors too, but that's something I read that it scared the shit out of kids, and that's kind of why everything else was directly to video.
There are some dark scenes.
Yeah, it didn't get good reviews from children, so you gotta love this guy that's in these Ernest movies. His name's Bill Berge. He plays Bobby. He's a little old man that's in all the Ernest movies. He's usually teamed up with his brother Chuck, who does the sound I made earlier, or didn't make, whatever. Whatever that dude does. Would you let your kids hang out with Ernest? Isn't it weird? Like, these parents don't say, this guy's like 40. You shouldn't be hanging out
The
with
one's
him.
concerned about driving around a dang truck with him.
in his truck that he almost kills himself in.
The cop, ain't it?
Yeah.
He's the only
It's
one
his son.
smart enough to care a little.
The Ernest also almost kills himself with a giant bear trap. It would have killed him.
Yeah.
It would have
made
killed
it
him.
seem like he catapulted.
Yeah, it would have killed
Catapulted.
him. He would have also died.
Catapulted.
He got hit by a truck when he was in a barrel rolling down the street. He would have died there, or he would have died when the popcorn machine fell directly on his head. Death for Ernest. there's a ridiculous part where he's getting taken out of the can with a giant can opener that they must have got at the same place they got that giant steel trap because it's fucking huge shit. The way they beat the trolls is stupid as hell. They use
Miak.
So yeah,
That's a Miak.
I bet you didn't think I could get it at this time of year. Who is that for? I don't. They didn't even have Google when this shit came out. Nobody knows what that is.
I have no idea what it is. I still don't. Do you know what it is?
No, it's a Google.
I mean,
search,
did you?
man.
You didn't even try to find it?
Nope, I should
It's a
have.
Miak.
But
How about a bumper sandwich, booger lips? Oh, I laugh out loud at that part every time.
he
Can't help
gets
it.
out of his truck, driving. He's driving. He gets out of it, and it climbs on top of the roof. The truck would have crashed at this point, but then his dog drives it.
Oh yeah, his dog is driving.
Come on, Ramshot!
I said, look at that. That dog's driving that truck. And then he cruises real slow.
Oh yeah,
Both of his paws up there. Just, where is he?
this is yeah. And then he's like, "Put it in reverse, Ramshot!" God damn it! This fucking movie.
We're not really describing it. Really.
No, you got to just watch this
Yeah, I
one.
don't even know what to say about it.
It's an Ernest movie. If you've seen an Ernest movie, this is the Halloween one. So that's all you need to know. Yeah, as far as Ernest movies go, this is in the top 3. I'd say you got Ernest Goes to Camp at number 1. Ernest Goes to Jail.
Really?
Yeah.
I know I've seen it.
There's a
but
scene in Ernest Goes to
Camp
Jail.
and this one
There's
stick
a
out
scene
to
in
me.
Ernest Goes to Jail that every time I think of it, I enjoy myself.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to freshen up on him.
He's in jury duty and he has a pen and he has it in his mouth like he's thinking, and then it breaks, and then ink is just everywhere, and then he gets paper and he's trying to. And
I have a mix of Ernest and Mr. Bean in my head right now.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you, Ernest is a treasure. But I give this movie a 7 out of 10. It's in the top 3 Ernests for me.
I thought you were going higher than that.
No, because at the best, an Ernest movie for me is gonna get a 9, and that's probably.
See,
That's
I
probably
gotta,
Ernest
I
Goes to
gotta, I
Camp
gotta watch
based on
the other one
nostalgia.
thing because I would absolutely say this is at least an 8
Ernest,
for me.
Ernest Goes to Camp has a song that'll
I
bring you to
remember
tears.
really
in
liking it, but I haven't. It's been.
He sings this song to his turtle, and it'll bring you. I
come on.
dare you.
Come on.
Sure,
Don't get
am
emotional.
glad it's raining.
Don't get.
It'll get you. But
Hey, I'm trying to get my review over here.
it's not that guy. What's that? Oh shit.
Anyway,
Yeah.
it's at least an 8. It is an 8 for me. And if the other ones are better than this one, then good.
There's some bad ones. I mean, he goes to Africa.
No, I don't think I've ever even seen
Ernest
that
Goes to
one.
Africa. Ernest
I was
Ernest
too
Rides
cool.
Again is an underrated classic. Ernest Saves Christmas.
Oh yeah, I've seen
That
that
might
one
even
too.
be up towards higher than that. Might be that might be 1. I mean,
Man,
I don't know. Ernest movies are so good for me that
I would imagine there's a collection out there, right?
there's several.
You can get an
'cause there's a
Ernest-
lot. There's
The
a
whole
TV show
collection.
I used to have the TV show on DVD. I found it for $5 at Walmart. I don't know what happened to that though. Let's move into 1999 for Idle Hands.
I didn't really say much about Ernest, but
Oh, what did you want to say?
I don't need to add anything else.
Oh, okay.
It's good. 8 out of 10. That's my review.
Let's go into Idle Hands.
So approved.
Approved.
Now we can go to Idle Hands.
Yeah. Let's go to Idle Hands. 1999, the year of our Lord. This movie came out for us. This was for us. We were
19 what?
teenagers.
Oh,
1999.
Yep.
We were teenagers. This was for us. Teenage Slacker's right hand becomes possessed with a murderous intent. Directed by Rodman Flender, who did Leprechaun 2. Written by Terry Hughes Burton and Ron Milbauer. Cast highlights: a lot of stars. As a star-studded event. You got Devin Sawa, Seth Green, Jessica Alba, Vivica A. Fox, Fred Willard, Timothy Stack, Kyle Gass, and The Offspring. In one of their, probably of their own.
Good cast.
Yeah.
I like the cast.
I like it a lot.
Anne even pointed out that they did a good job with the cast.
Yeah, and the one guy, I didn't mention him. What's his name? I don't know if I wrote. Eldon Henson. He plays Seth Green's friend, his buddy. He was in Mighty Ducks, if you remember.
Yeah, oh yes, I remember. I watched that movie so many times. Mighty Ducks 2.
I thought that the score was pretty good. It was done by Graham Revell, who did The Crow, The Craft, Bride of Chucky, Freddy vs. Jason, all the score stuff.
Howard the Duck.
Did he do Howard the Duck? The soundtrack is
Short Circuit.
Has a lot of late 90s hard rock, like most of the horror movies that came out at this time. I love Devon Sawa's pipe. He has this weed pipe.
Whoa, Frank!
No, not his pipe.
Keep it clean.
But his pipe. He has this
Holy
little
smokes.
asthma inhaler pipe. That's it's sexy.
Oh my!
He's got a sexy pipe. No, but
It's a pipe.
Yeah, he's got a little inhaler.
Yeah, a weed pipe.
It looks like an asthma inhaler. Yep. Seth Green was 25 when this movie came out, and Eldon Henson was 22. Devon Sawa was 21, and Jessica Alba was 18.
Okay.
I was just pointing out that Seth Green was 25 playing a teenager that was going to a dance. I thought one of the cops was McPoyle. A McPoyle from It's Always Sunny. But
yeah, they both have that vibe to begin with.
Yeah.
Is one of them from?
The weird thing
Sunny?
is, I thought it was the one of the main two.
Yeah.
It's not though. That guy's played by Nate Mooney. This guy's name is Sean Whalen. This guy was in People Under the Stairs.
How do you like that movie?
It's been a while. I'd have to rewatch
Yeah,
it.
because I haven't seen it in a while. I almost bought it the other day.
Yeah, I think I want to rewatch it. But the funny thing is, this guy did play a McPoyle. He played in one episode. He played a lion McPoyle.
A family member.
Yeah,
It was. Is it during that zombie episode? Have you seen that one?
No, I've seen that one.
Turned into zombies like at a church or something.
Yeah, I've seen that
crazy
one.
episode.
The episode this guy's in is the one they're in a courtroom and they're in a courtroom and they have all the McPoyles in there, like all the family members. He's the one sitting next to the one sister.
Okay.
But the thing is, these two motherfuckers, I've been confusing them as long as I've known who they are. Because I thought they were the same guy, basically. But there's two people. They just look a lot alike. Did you notice the dog boner in this movie?
No.
At all. It's when he's pushing the dog. It's right in the screen, man. He pushes the dog out in the hallway. And the dog's sitting on his ass. He's got a fucking red rocket, man.
I didn't see it. One of my kids caught a flower. Why is this flower out?
I can see that. I think the best part of this movie, Seth Green and Eldon Henson as the undead idiots. I mean, this is how stoned out the people that made this movie were. Their names are Mick and Penub. The reason they're named that is because when they were writing this movie, they were watching Eddie Murphy do buckwheat on SNL.
Looking for love in all the wrong places. Looking for love.
Mick and Penub sounds like that. That's what IMDb trivia said. That's where their names came from. So take that home. Pretty great effects for 1999, honestly. I think Devon Sawa does a great job of acting against his hand. I thought it was awesome. That's a hard thing to do, I assume, to act like your hand's possessed. And he really, whenever he throws the cat, I laughed so fucking hard. Because he's just like, shunk.
Oh, how many times I wanted to do that.
It's so fucking funny. He throws it right out the window. I do take issue with the fact that this dude literally just discovered that he murdered both of his parents, and then kills both of his friends, and then is still in the mind frame to be like, well, I mean, Jessica Alba is going to fuck me if I stay here. Like that, would you be able to do that? I don't even think anything would work at that point. I'd be like, oh, well, fuck.
I mean, he didn't do it. His aunt did it.
But he's still dealing with seeing everything, you know, seeing his parents dead.
What's done is done.
Yeah. Fucking.
I don't know.
The character Randy in this movie, he's like a great value Bon Jovi.
John
Bovi.
That's what he is.
He looks just like John Bon Jovi. He was in a Bon Jovi music video, but I which is crazy to me. Was he playing Bon Jovi? I don't understand it.
That's the look they had.
Everything.
He's a good-looking guy.
He looked like that guy. I think the grossest thing. There's a lot of gross stuff that happens in this movie, but the grossest thing that in the movie is when the dude's eating a burrito, and it gushers out of his severed head. Like he has his head severed. The Penub guy has his head severed, and then Seth Green puts it on a barbecue fork, and then sticks it into his neck, so it's like kind of there. He eats a burrito and it gushes out of that fucking crease. Oh, it's so gross. And I totally fucking forgot that whenever the hand gets in he cuts his demon hand off, it gets in a puppet, and Devon Sawa blows weed smoke into that puppet, and then its eyes get red, and it has a dumb look on its face. I thought it was a great way to end it, but yeah. I gave this movie an 8 out of 10. I think it's a good Halloween movie to watch. If you watch this with like Deathgasm or something, I mean, that's a good double feature. That's some fun stuff.
Yep, I'm with you. I gave it an 8 as well. It's good. It's fun. There's several funny parts of this movie. Good to watch around Halloween. Keep that in rotation. I give it an 8.
Well, let's go to the 80s for
Where are we going?
1986's Trick or Treat. You might have seen this advertised as the Gene Simmons and Ozzy Osbourne movie.
They're on the front cover.
They loved
the names.
What a shitty ass cover that DVD is. There's such awesome artwork for this. I've seen some really cool.
I don't know if that's even really a legit.
I don't, it can't
release.
be, right? It looks like something somebody made in their basement. Summary for this movie: a bullied teenage boy is devastated after the death of his heavy metal idol Sammy Kerr. But as Halloween night approaches, he discovers that he may be the only one who can stop Sammy from making a satanic comeback from beyond the grave. Directed by Charles Martin Smith, who did Air Bud.
Oh my.
Written by Michael S. Murphy, Joel Soyson, who had several interesting credits, including Piranha 3 Double D. You got old Rhett Topham on the writer's list here, who did Freddy's Nightmares, 976 Evil, and a couple other uncredited guys. But cast highlights for this movie: Mark Price as Ragman. He was on Family Ties. If you remember him, he seemed like you saw him in something else, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I don't think it was Family Ties that I saw him in, because I didn't watch that show that much. But he's definitely he's been in some other shit. He's now a stand-up comedian, I've seen. So check him out. Mark Price. You got Gene Simmons as a disc jockey Nuke, and Ozzy Osbourne as a reverend on the TV. Aaron Gilstrom. Evidently, Blackie Lawless from Wasp. Do you know who that is?
Yep.
The singer.
I do.
He was originally supposed to play Sammy Kerr, but when he found out that he would not be able to use Wasp music, and they had already planned Fastway to do it, and he was going to have to lip sync their songs. He bailed.
Well, yeah. I mean, you can't do that.
But this dude evidently died shortly after he played this role because he had the AIDS virus. That's right. He was a victim of the AIDS virus.
Well,
that happened a lot back in the day.
You know where AIDS came from.
Let's get on that.
No, let's not get on that.
The soundtrack is pretty awesome. I like this a lot. The fast way music. Never heard of them before this movie, but I had there's a problem here where Ragman gets locked into the gymnasium naked.
Yeah. Yeah, he does.
From my experience in life, metalheads don't shower after gym class, right? Have you ever, think of a metalhead. Is he going to get in that shower and take a shower?
Probably not even participating.
Exactly. What did we do?
I wrote I got kicked out of phys ed last year.
Because I remember going to the library a lot to do reports on physical fitness.
Yes, that's what I had to do. I had to write a report.
Yeah.
I don't know how many pages.
Well, they wanted us to lift weights one time, I remember.
What is the crazy? Let's tell a story. So, what's it, Mr. Dennis? I would go in for, this is like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I just go in and I don't even do anything. I go in and sit beside him and I talk to him. Joke around and crap for 3 weeks every day.
Yeah.
One day he must have been having a bad day.
Right.
I went and sat beside him, said something. Miller, if you're not going to do anything, go to the office. And I was like, what the? Where's this coming from? Why are you 3 weeks in just now?
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
That was fun.
So I wrote a report. Got that gym credit.
I just can't imagine. First of all, why are you people fucking showering in school together? Fucking crazy. I don't care how sweaty you are. I don't care.
No,
I don't care.
I went to school sneaky all the time.
Come on, man. People
I ain't
showering.
got time to shower in the morning. I can barely get to school.
Yeah,
I'd have days on me. What Jared Collins would go months without showering.
Well,
that might have been during the summer. I don't know.
Who knows? Back to this movie. Fuck Gene Simmons.
Or maybe it was months without washing those pants.
Probably.
I think he would
about
get
right.
stinky though.
Yeah, well.
God, he had some of the worst. Sorry, Jared.
Jared. Cutting up on Jared. He won't watch this. Yeah, but anyways, fuck Gene Simmons.
He knows what he smelled like.
Anyways, fuck Gene Simmons. That's all I have to say. I don't like him in anything. He's terrible when he pops up. He makes this. He's the only part of this movie I don't like, I think. Did you catch why they called this dude Ragman? Because I don't know. I don't understand that.
No.
It doesn't make sense.
In fact, I didn't even know what they were saying until I think it was written somewhere.
Yeah. I love it when this kid fucking loses his shit after the jock. The jocks try to kill him. They put a weight in his backpack.
He's bullied. Yeah, they
throw him in the pool. And they stand there and watch him. They just stare at him until that girl jumps in and saves him. But he loses his shit in the parking lot. And ever since I've seen this,
Tom Scarberry. Just want to take a moment.
Yeah, he did.
I am sorry.
Yeah.
God.
Everybody.
Gosh darn it.
Yeah, well,
and I can't go back and take anything away.
No, kids are terrible, man.
I mean, I wasn't horrible, but
no.
I mean, I was, but everyone was.
Yeah. Truth be told, the dude was annoying. So, I mean, he was.
But what else? How do you act? I don't know. I'm sorry, Tom.
He used to jump up and hump me on the back, so I had no problem.
Hump you?
He would hump me. He thought it was hilarious.
I never seen that.
He thought he was hilarious. He would jump up and hump me. He would grab on me like a monkey, dude.
What?
I don't know.
Oh, Lord. I don't remember any of that.
I don't know.
Anyways,
that's high school shit. Who cares? Yeah, this kid loses it in the parking lot, and the way he says, "You fucking assholes," he curls his lips.
He's got big earlobes, big lips. You definitely recognize the face.
Yeah. I thought it was funny that he
Spits everywhere.
he takes this record and he plays it backwards, and it says, what's it say? You're the bait or something. Like it tells him he's the bait, and he interprets that to what he does next is he goes to school and has these bullies chase him through, and it just so happens to work out to where these bullies spray a fire extinguisher on teachers.
They get in trouble.
And he's like, wow, that was a direct message to me. That's what he wanted me to do. Now, the later messages are a little bit more directed, but come on. How the fuck does he have such an elaborate collection of records?
Is there another movie with the backwards? Because I didn't think I saw this movie before.
Right.
But when that scene came on, like I think I remember watching this at someone's house.
Does the Gate have backwards records shit in it? Does he play that backwards?
The Gate?
Yeah. He has that record, but do they play it backwards?
I don't know.
Anyway,
I think I've seen bits and pieces of this kid, or
probably
this movie, and that part, I think I remember being kind of scared when that part
really?
came on, like hearing voices playing the record back.
Yeah.
Growing up, I must have heard that, like, if you play a record back,
that was probably the first time you ever saw it.
I saw it working.
Yeah,
I think I remember this.
Yeah, well,
got 4 more pills here.
He's got. That was on the last episode.
I ain't taking it. It's ibuprofen, but I ain't taking it. Got 3 Tylenol PMs in me. Sorry, go ahead.
He's gonna be sleeping before we're done.
Yeah, you're on the clock.
Ragman has this record collection that has got to be, at the time in the 80s, those heavy metal records. God, it has to be hundreds of dollars of metal. He's got all the albums.
The stereo's real nice.
Yeah, really nice stereo. His mom has no fucking idea what he's doing in there. How does he get the money? I don't know. He doesn't have a job. She has to be funding this record collection. She doesn't even know what he has.
What year is this?
86. Is she just giving him hundreds of dollars to go to the record store? I mean,
she's a good mom.
I don't get it. I don't understand what happens to the girl when she listens to the tape. It's really weird. She puts the headphones on. A ghost comes out of them and molests her. And then the next thing you know, there's this lizard-looking thing on her, in the car, the girlfriend, and then her ears melt or whatever, and she's dead. Like, that shit didn't even make sense. It had nothing to do with Sammy, except for it was the tape. But
he came. That's
he
how,
was
that's
the
how
lizard.
That's how he. That was like his. It wasn't a lizard.
It looked like a lizard,
but it was clearly a
demon.
A demon. That was his form.
I had to go back. There was this point where evidently Ragman's last name is Weinbauer in this movie, and there's a point where the bully kid is yelling at his house, Weinbauer! Yeah. And I was like, is he saying white power?
That's what it did say, yes.
I
heard it too.
I had to go back.
You're yelling anything. Wasn't it at night too?
Yeah.
Maybe not.
He was throwing rocks at his windows.
Drove up into his yard. Like,
Weinbauer! Where's his mom? Where's his mom? She doesn't give a fuck. She's in there not paying attention to him, his satanic lifestyle.
Mommy.
Yeah, he also comes out and makes like the pumpkins go like.
Oh yeah,
he has magic powers.
The Undertaker.
Exactly. But what is Sammy? Is he a ghost? I assume he's a ghost. But it's hard to tell because he has unbelievable
rock and roll demon.
Unbelievable powers. He can control cars.
Rock and roll.
I don't know what his overall mission is aside from just killing people.
That's true.
The school dance scene is a fun mess of 80s lightning, laser sound effects.
He sent him one too many letters. So now he's going to come back and destroy his life.
Come on, Ragman. He loved him so much now he's... We have another instance of somebody reading pornography at work in this movie. Ragman tries to call the radio station, and they just show like a panning shot of a security guard, and he's sitting there reading like a fucking straight up hustler or one of those.
He's reading it.
Yeah, he's reading it. I love this movie. It's a fun rock and roll horror comedy. Comedy? Is it comedy? I laughed.
Yeah.
Great soundtrack. 8 out of 10.
Yeah. Again, I think I remember seeing it. There's some creepy parts in here, I guess. But it's definitely over the top. It's humorous. What is the connection with Halloween?
Connection with Halloween?
Yeah, what?
Oh, no.
It's definitely not anything that stands out in this movie. Is it on Halloween night?
It does happen on Halloween night. The dance is a Halloween dance.
Okay, so that's...
Yeah.
There's not a lot of...
Yeah, they don't put a lot of the Halloween...
Yeah.
And the one song he sings is called Trick or Treat.
But, so. I mean, that's not really a flaw or anything, but... Yeah, what'd you give this?
An 8.
Okay. Yeah, well, I'm not there with you. I liked it. Man, I would say 6.
That's
like it's cool. It's cool. Like there's some cool stuff in it, but
the thing I like the Ragman character. I think it's hilarious, and
like the Ragman character.
I like that kid. I think he's when he yells, "You fucking assholes!" I laugh until I'm in tears every time because I forget about it.
You posted a couple things about it. I didn't know what
he curls his lips like fucking Mick Jagger. I don't know. It's weird. But let's wrap this episode up with the other trick or treat. Whatever, from 2007. It's an anthology film. Summary: 5 interwoven stories that occur on Halloween. An everyday high school principal has a secret life as a serial killer. A college virgin might have just met the guy for her. A group of teenagers pull a mean prank. A woman who loathes the night has to contend with her holiday-obsessed husband. And a mean old man meets his match with a demonic, supernatural trick-or-treater. Written and directed by Michael Dougherty, who did Krampus and Godzilla King of the Monsters.
Is it Krampus?
Krampus. I've heard people say Krampus.
I call it Krampus. That just sounds better.
Say it how you like.
I mean...
I don't know.
Krampus just sounds like Hilljack.
How do they say it in the movie?
Krampus?
How do they say it in the movie?
Krampus gonna get you.
You've seen the movie. I bought it.
I think it comes Krampus, but
I'll watch the movie and say it like that.
I think it's the grandma saying it.
Yeah.
And she has an accent, so.
Oh. Krampus.
Well, yeah, it's something like that.
Anyways, cast highlights for this movie: Dylan Baker, who you might remember from Happiness.
Another great cast.
Yeah, Anna Paquin from True Blood. She also is Rogue in the X-Men movies. Leslie Bibb, who we have
Wait
seen.
a minute.
Huh?
Is it Sookie?
Sookie.
Oh, yes. Sookie from True Blood.
Oh, I've never seen True Blood, so I don't know.
Watched a few seasons.
We also have Leslie Bibb, who we've seen in The Babysitter, Hell Baby, and Midnight Meat Train. Brian Cox, who we've seen in The Autopsy of Jane Doe. He's also in The Ring and Super Troopers. And Brett Kelly, who is
It's the old sycamore.
I was trying to think of what that was. And Brett Kelly, who's the fat kid from the Big Santa movies. I think they just call him Kid or something. I don't know. At the beginning, Leslie Bibb says she hates Halloween. But she's wearing a full-blown robot costume. Now, if you hate Halloween...
She's doing it for him.
But still, if she's doing it for him, she puts on a little cat nose and some ears and goes out. She's not going to wear a box robot that doesn't even go with his fucking outfit, really. What's he? What's he dressed up like?
Remember.
the intro for this movie is like a really great comic book looking thing that kind of touches on all the stories and stuff.
Yep.
I thought this movie is really, for an anthology, it's really unique to have one person do the whole thing. And I think that is really what makes this movie great, because everything intertwines.
Yeah, I've seen this movie so many times that it's like I still see stuff I've never seen before.
Every
like stuff in the background.
Yeah, because every character's in the background of other things.
It's so good.
And it's like one interwoven thing. And they kind of do this.
The rewatchability on this movie is as good as it gets.
They kind of do this Pulp Fiction-y type of thing where they go back in time and stuff a little bit, back and forth in time. But everything lines up perfectly. That's what makes this one of the best anthologies I've ever seen, I think. I'm glad that I thought it was vampire. There was a vampire in this at first.
The dad.
The dad.
Yeah.
But he's just an insane person. And I'm glad that they didn't do vampires, because vampires are generally 50-50. You know, who knows what you're going to get. Who knows what you're going to get with a vampire, you know? If you put it, that could have been the whole thing that fucked it all
It's
up.
a coin toss. For
and
sure.
they did the other thing, though.
But he was just pretending to be a vampire.
They did werewolves.
Yeah.
Which is
Yes,
always a very tricky thing, too.
Not only did they do werewolves.
CGI werewolves.
Not only did they do werewolves.
Yeah.
They nailed it.
The
transformation
they
is
did
great.
as
That
good
whole
as
scene is
the
great.
The transformation is good.
Ripping the skin off and just tossing it in piles. Like, that's great.
Yeah, it's very hard to do werewolves, so brazos on that. The only thing I was disappointed in this movie, the only fucking thing, is this character Sam is awesome. It's a little kid and sack.
It's the last
story.
horror icon.
Yeah, it's great.
I mean, there's probably going to be another one.
Art from
Art,
Terrifier.
yeah, yep.
We're getting some new ones nowadays, but when they take his mask off, I hate it. I hate the way
we were both playing with our beards. At the same time.
Wow, that's gonna be weird.
Oh, it was great horror icon.
Horror icon. No, I hate
Irish.
I hate how he looks when they take this bag off his head. It looks like an alien.
You don't like it?
Pumpkin. Why you gotta have a pumpkin? It's Halloween. Fine, just make it a skull. Do the Jason Voorhees treatment to it. Make it look like a deformed dude or something. I don't want it to be on the nose. It's too on the nose.
I like it.
Overall,
so they did it. They started out with like a baby skull.
Yeah.
And he wanted to make it look like a pumpkin. And
that's it's still a cool.
It absolutely is.
It's a cool sequence.
I get it though. I think the first time I seen it, I think I was a little shocked.
Keep the bag on or something. I don't know. It's so effective without without knowing what it is.
It's silly.
Yeah. It's like
you're expecting to see something
a rotted
menacing.
skull would even be fine.
Yeah,
you know, something.
I still like it though.
It works. But that's the scene with Brian Cox at the end, who is supposed to evidently look like John Carpenter. That's what the look was they were going for. I give this a 10 out of 10. I don't think you can do a better anthology movie. That's probably why he's so apprehensive to make another one, because how's he gonna top this?
Yeah, I didn't know that until
also the work
that just came out a couple of weeks ago.
Think about how much work it would be to write this alone, to make everything intersect.
Yeah, but I thought he was like really gung ho about it, and now all of a sudden he's saying, "Well, like I wonder if I don't know. I wonder if there's something else going on." He's just saying.
He's just
maybe
playing around.
Maybe I don't.
He's probably got half of it filmed already.
Oh no, not that way.
Oh.
I mean something like stopping him from doing it, and now he's trying to make it seem like, well, I don't know if it's a good idea to make a sequel when
that's a good point.
Something else is going on with him. Maybe he got another couple jobs already lined up.
Yeah,
he's basically telling people he's going to be too busy.
That makes sense.
I don't know.
When you do something all yourself and it's this good, you're going to get other work off of it. So it's probably easier.
Have you watched Krampus yet?
No, I'm waiting until a little closer to the holiday.
Oh, it's so good.
I might save that for like a Thanksgiving.
I mean,
it's
this.
Yeah.
For Christmas.
Okay.
Like he's either said it or maybe people have made the suggestion that it's the same world.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to save it till it's a little bit. I didn't want to step on Halloween with Christmas stuff.
Right.
That's why I won't even watch Nightmare Before Christmas until after Halloween. Just
Because of some Christmas
I don't
stuff
want
in it?
none of it, man. I don't want none of it. But let's talk about what we're gonna do next month. Do you remember?
Did
your
I get
picks?
any chance to say anything about?
Oh,
Trick or
did
Treat?
you say?
I didn't say nothing.
What did you get?
Well, it's obviously a 10. I mean, I don't know how
Yeah.
you not give this movie a 10.
Right.
J.C. Blake gave it an 8.5.
Well, that's because it wasn't scary.
Yeah, I mean, J.C. I mean, what's scary? Like, what are you scared of?
No matter what I'm watching, I always fucking at some point remember that I'm watching a movie. So, even if I'm into it full blown, I'm like, oh yeah, well I see how I see how they did the special effects for that probably. It takes me out of it just knowing behind the scenes stuff or knowing an actor from something else or anything. I'd never forget that it's a movie. That's I guess my problem.
You gotta learn to let yourself go a little bit.
I can't
Become
because I'm staring at a
submersive.
screen. If I was in an IMAX
Let
theater,
yourself-
maybe.
yeah, well,
but I've always got some kid back here, fucking doing something.
It's hard to go to theater. But anyway, no, there's nothing really I can say about this movie that hasn't been said. Like, it's shot well, it looks good, it feels good, it sounds good. Great cast, great stories, the way they're all intertwined, the beginning credits.
Yeah.
Sam's an icon.
Right.
Like, what else do I need to say? It's a great atmosphere, completely full of like this.
Oh, yeah.
Halloween punches you in the face.
The one dude, Dylan Baker, he fucking every time I see him. Have you ever seen Happiness? The movie Happiness.
I think so.
Dylan Baker's in that, and it has ruined him for every other movie because he does kill kids in this movie.
I think it's one Fish made me watch.
Probably. He does kill kids in this movie, but every time I see this dude, I'm like, oh, he's gonna fuck kids.
Oh yeah, yes, I have seen that.
He
Yeah.
drugs a kid, and like the next day, the kid's like, my butt hurts or something like that.
I do have one complaint.
Yeah.
When he's walking back into his house,
Yeah.
and his neighbor's getting attacked,
Right.
and they show Sam coming in from the
Yeah.
side, like that's a grown man. Like,
Oh,
he's just
yeah.
as big. Like,
Yeah, I didn't know it was Sam until I figured out
Right,
later
like,
that
that's
it
a
had to have
dude.
been because he was the same size.
right? I was like, come
maybe
on.
bigger even.
Like, maybe even if he jumped up on him, you could still tell he's small. You'd see his feet or something.
Oh yeah.
Like, he's just anyway. That's my only gripe. I mean, that's it.
There's a lot of good stuff. What's your favorite segment out of the?
I mean, segment. I don't know. My favorite scene is definitely the werewolves. But I mean, it's almost kind of hard to
It's more of
put them as
It's
segments,
more
'cause
of one thing.
they like kind of
than,
skip around.
Yeah, it's more of one thing than.
So I guess
anthology.
my favorite story. I mean, I think it's the werewolf.
Yeah.
I mean, you got not beautiful ladies going out for a Halloween party. They end up slicing their skin open. I mean, that's it. Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. I think my favorite one is the
little kid's funny. He keeps hollering out his window.
Oh,
he's
that is good. Yeah.
He's trying to bury it.
But my favorite one is with the kids that go down into the quarry in the elevator.
Yeah,
I thought that was I liked the background story behind it. And
it's good. That's like a good like after school.
Oh yeah,
Halloween special. I think like
That
a cartoon. That would be a good cartoon.
Oh yeah. Did you ever see the little short cartoon that this came from?
Yep.
Yeah, it's fun stuff. Do you remember what movies you picked for next month?
Did you write them down?
I didn't because I printed mine out.
Do you have yours wrote
Mine
down?
are Puppet Master 3, Toulon's Revenge, Body Bags. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah, I just watched that not too long ago.
Southbound, that's an anthology. And Ticks. We're gonna do Ticks. So
I know
Jared, if you want on it, get on it.
Butcher Baker, Nightmare Maker.
Yeah. The
Cherry Falls.
They Pray.
Yep, They Pray.
What was the last one?
Nightmare Beach.
There we go. Next month, November. So, watch them if you watch them. I don't know. They're pretty easy to find. Mine, you can find Puppet Master 3 on Tubi for free.
Did we give up on the Thanksgiving horror movie trying to find one?
Yeah, I don't know what there is.
After the
fucking Easter special, I do not want to pick any holiday theme because we'd have to dig deep.
I was thinking about that. So Michael Dougherty, he's covered, Halloween and Christmas. Does he dare? I mean, I think the next one would be Easter. I mean, I think that's the closest.
Yeah.
What other genre?
Hard not to crack.
Or what other holiday?
As far as I'm concerned, we should have watched for Easter. We should have watched Critters 2.
Columbus Day.
That's an Easter. Columbus Day. The Columbus Day Massacre.
Christopher Columbus.
Just a movie about Christopher Columbus coming and killing a bunch of
Instead
Indians.
of falling off, they bumped into some land. And that is why they call me an American.
All right. Well, that's an episode. We'll see you next time.
We're done.
If you're stuck inside and you can't get out, but you feel like being free, grab a witch and make a switch and see what you can be.